Well, here we are once again at time of the year when football season is upon us. But it seems like many of the different sports overlap all the time. So you're never quite sure whether it's baseball season or football season or hockey season or field and track or whatever. But here's the thing, one of the mandates of any competition is to play by the rules, or else you're going to be disqualified. And, you know, following God, the Bible compares it to a race that we are in. It's a spiritual race that we enter the moment we put our faith in Christ. And it's important when we're following God that we have to play by the rule book. And the rule book is the Bible. And if we don't do that, well, we're going to end up being disqualified. And I'd like to talk to you about a man in the Old Testament that was disqualified for not following the rules. Hi, I'm John Kuert, the pastor at Alpha Assembly. Thanks for joining me today for another Heart to Heart talk. And I do hope and pray that as we share these messages day by day throughout the week, that they will challenge you, that they will sometimes be an encouragement to you, sometimes make you just think, and sometimes just cause you to have a moment to smile a little and take your mind off of all the bad things that are happening in the world. Well, in the Old Testament book of 1 Samuel, it gives us the story of King Saul, a man who did not play by the rules. He began his reign in victory, but it ended up in humiliating defeat. He lost his character, he lost his power, he lost his crown, and in the end, he lost his very life. And when you study his life, you can see some obvious principles on how not to win in this spiritual race that we find ourselves in. And first of all, let me give you a few of those little principles today. First of all, if you ignore the little things, well, that's a problem. Saul's failure was not immediate, but he began to make self-centered compromises. And little by little, his pride grew, and then it turned into envy, and he ignored what God had plainly told him to do. He ignored the little things. There's a proverb that says, the little foxes spoil the vine. And that's so true in our lives. We might think, well, that's just a little rule. I don't have to worry about that. But you start doing that, and then you compromise on something else, and compromise on something else, and pretty soon you've compromised on a lot. It all starts with ignoring the little things. So we need to be careful with that. Watch those little things. The second thing is this: never take responsible for your actions. If you don't do that, if you don't take responsibility for your actions, you're in trouble. And more than once, Saul blamed others for his own bad choices. Saul just wanted to save face. He forgot that no matter what, God knows the truth. And sometimes we're like that, aren't we? We don't want to take responsibility. We blame other people. We blame situations. We blame circumstances that have happened in our lives. All kinds of things. We never take responsibility for our own problems and for our own failures. And that is a problem that will take us down the wrong path, and will eventually, if we keep doing that, It will disqualify us. Well, finally, don't get angry. Don't get mad. Get even. That's, uh, something that Saul did. He uh, he got angry, but he also took it a step beyond that and wanted to get even. Saul's animosity and his jealousy towards David ultimately destroyed him. He was angry with David especially when came back from battle and said, and the crowds were saying, Saul has killed his thousands, but David his 10,000s. Oh man! And it made Saul angry, but also it made him want to get even. It made him want to even kill David, who was anointed to be the next king of Israel. And that's something that we really have to put a lid on. It's one thing to get angry, and I think we all do. We all get angry. But to say, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to get even. God has given us a lot of potential, like Saul, but we can ruin that. And it's up to us to run the race well and to play by the rules. And even if things don't go our way, and sometimes that happens and we get angry, but not to take it out on others, not to blame others, and not to say, I'm going to get even. So I hope that you'll just take these little tidbits today that I share with you. It's important for us to listen to these things. If we ignore the little things, if we never take responsibility for our own actions, and if we have that attitude, I'm not going to get mad, I'm just going to get even. Those things may seem little, but they will be things that will just take us down a road to disqualification. And I know that none of us really want to be disqualified. So we need to be careful. Be careful in these little things that are so important in our lives. And I hope and pray that each and every one of you will take it to heart. It's not earth shaking, some of these things that I share with you, but they are important. And I hope that you'll take them to heart. Well, God bless you today. Thanks for joining me for another heart-to-heart talk. And I hope and pray that you'll be blessed by this and have a great day. Bye-bye.